First at 4, we've got breaking news in the search for a missing college student. A new search leads to a discovery in the Red Cedar River. Plus, here's Paula.
An assignment given to elementary school children on MLK Day has them depicting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in blackface, while the local chapter of the NAACP says an apology from that district is not enough.
Well, how about all that sunshine we had today? Boy, was that great. But we're going to be trading sunshine for snowflakes, and you'll need the snow shovel by Monday. We'll talk about all of it straight ahead.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And we're going to start with breaking news that really is breaking hearts all over again for family and friends of 18-year-old Brendan Santo. You may remember he's the college student who vanished in October. Today, a break in the case. Sandra Ali has been following his story for us and joins us now with the very latest. Sandra?
Well, Karen, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's been more than 80 days now since the 18-year-old student from Grand Valley State disappeared. This was while visiting friends in East Lansing. It was the weekend of the MSU and the University of Michigan football game. He was last seen leaving MSU's Yakeley Hall just before midnight on October 29th. And today, there was a new search with police focusing on a specific section of the Red Cedar River. Campus police say that they had their eye on that portion of the river about 1.5 miles west and downstream of where Santo was last seen. They do say it was a part of the river that was very complicated and also very difficult to search. It took a massive operation to do so safely. And then right around 12:30 today, search crews did in fact recover a body. They do believe they found Brendan, and right now they are working to confirm the identity.
The Santo family has been informed, and we are providing them with as much information and support as possible during this difficult time. We are deeply saddened by this tragic loss, and our thoughts go out to the Santo family and all those who knew Brendan.
Now, police are saying the investigation is open, active, and still ongoing. They're still trying to figure out the circumstances surrounding his disappearance. But right now, they are telling us they don't suspect foul play. They also say they don't believe Santo intended to harm himself. The body has been sent to the medical examiner for any sort of forensic exams that are needed. And we do have a crew in Lansing. We're going to share more about the search and also what happens next when you join us coming up tonight at 5. Karen?
All right. Heartbreaking. Thank you, Sandra. Do have another big story for you today. Former Macomb County Prosecutor Eric Smith, he was back in court today facing state criminal charges. Now, Smith appeared virtually for today's hearing. He's accused of embezzling more than $600,000. He pleaded guilty to federal obstruction of justice charges last year. He'll be sentenced next month, but he still faces state-level charges of embezzlement and misconduct in office related to misuse of drug forfeiture funds. County Sheriff Anthony Wickersham was one of the witnesses called to testify. You'll hear more from his testimony tonight on Local 4 News at 6. The preliminary exam will determine if Smith will head to trial. It's not over yet, and we will continue to follow this as this progresses. Oak Park police are investigating a chain reaction involving a shooting, a car crash, and the death of a 33-year-old man. It all happened near Greenfield and 696 about 11:30 last night. Neighbors say a Cadillac smashed into an apartment complex, waking some people up. Police say the driver, a 33-year-old Detroit man, was shot and seemed to be trying to get away when that crash occurred. A female passenger in the car was not hurt. It's not clear what led up to the shooting, and police don't have any information on the suspects right now. All right, well, normally we would share the latest COVID-19 numbers from the state of Michigan, but we are told there is a technical issue today. The state is working on an update. So if we get those numbers in the next hour, of course, we'll share them with you, and we'll also update you at 5. So stay tuned for that. Now, if you don't have a computer access and want to order free COVID test kits from the government, the phone number is on your screen. It is 1-800-232-0233. 1-800-232-0233. People have been ordering 4 free kits per household online since Tuesday afternoon. Shipping normally takes about 7 to 12 days from when you order. The phone line is open 8 a.m. to midnight. By the way, we are going to show the number again after our main weather segment. So if you need to, just grab a pen or pencil right now during that next commercial break, and you'll be ready to jot that number down. All right, let's talk about our first forecast. We got a little sunshine today. It was so cold this morning. I think it was like 6 degrees when I walked Bailey, Paul, but it did go up a little bit, so I guess that's good news, right?
You know, all the difference in the world is that sun, Karen. I mean, take a look. This is now our Mount Clemens sky cam. Look at this sunset. The sun is going to be moving down just like this. So we'll keep an eye on that over the next couple of hours to watch that sun going down. But as you mentioned, Karen, it is cold. It's in the low 20s right now. Wind chills are in the mid-teens. So that's really cold. I mean, our average high is 32. So, yes, we're well below average, but that sun, again, made all the difference in the world. Now, if you are going to the Red Wings game tonight, we're going to have clear skies, so no issues with rain or snow or anything like that. Just we'll have that wind chill. Temperatures falling through the teens, but we're going to have, again, wind chills falling through the teens during the course of the evening. But coming up, we'll have the light snow this weekend to talk about and your shovels for Monday. I'm getting more confident about that Monday snow and more teens on the way, Karen.
We'll check back with you in a little bit. Thank you, Paul. Annual tributes to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. took a controversial turn in the Port Huron School District this week. Several parents have been furious over an assignment handed out to some elementary students. Now, the district has apologized, but Paula Tubman reports many parents and the NAACP say that apology is not enough.
Each box of this picture has a color that they want you to color, you know, and it says it's a color key. Okay, so it says white for the shirt, gray for the suit, blue for the tie, brown for the hair, and black for the face.
The assignment from an elementary school teacher in the Port Huron School District on MLK Day. And Ashley was stunned when her 8-year-old son handed her his artwork. She and her family are deeply offended by what appears to be Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in blackface.
He said, Mom, why? He's like, I wanted to color the face brown, but it told me to color it black.
The question, why did the teacher choose this coloring page? The district has a partnership with the Port Huron branch of the NAACP with an agreed upon and approved curriculum for that day. This was not part of that curriculum. And even the school district acknowledged that in an apology letter to parents.
This is a added worksheet that is not through anything that we've purchased as a district or approved through I think that's important for families to know. Doesn't make it any better. We own it. We put it on a student's desk, so it's ours. But I think it's important that it's not part of the actual approved curriculum that we utilize as a district.
When these images continue to pop up in so-called pop culture, Gucci got into trouble for a sweater it designed. There are other so-called dog whistles. Dove had an ad touting its soap was strong enough to turn a black woman white. These are patterns of degrading depictions of blacks, according to Jack Hadley, the founder and curator of the Jack Hadley Black History Museum in Thomasville, Georgia. His museum actually curates these kinds of images as a way to teach people the painful history of what these images actually mean.
This occurred during the Jim Crow era. Then they're going to say, what is the Jim Crow era? That's when the lynching took place. That's when blacks lost all their rights and freedom. That's when we was almost like being enslaved again during that period of time. We could not do a lot of stuff. So this was an embarrassing situation. They put the images of us as being looking like that. We don't act that way. We don't look that way.
Kevin Watkins, the president of the Port Huron branch of the NAACP, agrees that these kinds of depictions of black faces in blackface continue to act as a visual curse word to people of color.
I believe in teachable moments, but in certain situations, there has to be some consequences or nothing's taught. It's just kind of passed by.
Yeah, so Karen, I talked to quite a few parents by phone today, very, very upset. They have a lot more questions. They want to know where this came from, why this particular teacher chose this particular image that was not a part of the curriculum, and what happens next. Now, in its apology letter, the school district said it will do better. NAACP says it wants to see a plan to do better and wants to see those results. The school superintendent, the district superintendent also told me that there's a process. They still have a lot more to find out. And indeed, the district's human resources department is a part of that process. Karen?
So when we're talking about consequences, as was mentioned in your story at this particular time, at this point, we don't know if there are any exact consequences announced.
Correct.
Okay. Well, we know that you will stay on top of this one. Thank you, Paula.